AI, Schopenhauer, and the relief trap. Most people think the problem with AI is that people will become lazy, and I think that is too shallow. The more interesting problem is that AI may become the most efficient relief machine ever built. Arthur Schopenhauer argued that desire begins in lack. You want something because you do not have it. That gap creates tension. You act to remove the tension. Normally, the sequence looks like this: want something, feel the gap, do the work, struggle, maybe get the result, experience temporary relief. But there is another route. You can abandon the desire, and abandonment also produces relief. That is the important part. Quitting can feel good immediately because it removes effort, uncertainty, exposure, frustration, and the possibility of failure. The relief is real, but the relief is not necessarily evidence that quitting was correct. Now put AI into that system. AI dramatically lowers the amount of friction between desire and relief. You do not know something? Ask AI. You do not want to write? Have AI write it. You do not want to think through the argument? Ask for the answer. You do not want to learn the software? Let the agent operate it. You do not want to make the decision? Ask the model what it recommends. That can be enormously productive, but it creates a new problem. AI can eliminate the exact friction that sometimes produces competence, judgment, confidence, and independent thought. The question is no longer simply, can AI do this for me? The harder question is, should this friction be removed? Because friction has different functions. Some friction is useless: administrative repetition, data entry, formatting, searching through hundreds of documents, converting files, mechanical research, boilerplate work. Automating that friction is usually rational. But other friction is informational. Writing forces you to discover whether your thinking is coherent. Arguing with someone exposes weaknesses in your assumptions. Building something yourself teaches you how the underlying system actually behaves. Making decisions under uncertainty develops judgment. Repeated failure generates feedback. In those cases, removing friction too early can remove the learning mechanism with it. This gives us a useful framework for AI. There are at least 4 kinds of friction. First is mechanical friction. AI should destroy this aggressively. Second is cognitive friction. Sometimes AI should reduce it. Sometimes it should preserve it. Third is uncertainty friction. This is where AI can become dangerous. A model can produce a confident answer and give you psychological closure before reality has produced sufficient evidence. Fourth is identity friction. AI can protect you from the discomfort of incompetence. Instead of being a beginner, you can immediately generate expert-looking output. That feels like progress. It may not be. This is where Schopenhauer becomes relevant again. The problem is not that people choose comfort. The deeper problem is that people seek relief, and AI is extraordinarily good at supplying relief. Relief from not knowing, relief from starting, relief from thinking, relief from writing, relief from uncertainty, relief from embarrassment, relief from the uncomfortable period where your ability is not yet caught up with your ambition. That means AI introduces what I call the relief trap. The relief trap happens when AI removes an uncomfortable state before the user extracts the information or capability contained inside that discomfort. The user feels better, the work looks better, the output arrives faster, but the underlying person may have learned nothing. This is not an argument against AI. It is an argument for distinguishing productive friction from waste friction. That is going to become one of the most important skills of the AI era. Imagine 2 people using the same model. Person 1 uses AI to avoid thinking. Person 2 uses AI to extend thinking. They may initially produce similar work. Over time, they diverge dramatically. The first person becomes dependent on increasingly powerful systems. The second person compounds judgment because they use AI to test hypotheses, expose blind spots, simulate objections, search wider, and execute faster. One is outsourcing cognition. The other is leveraging cognition. That distinction is going to matter enormously. There is also a second-order problem. AI does not merely help us pursue goals. It can help us pursue more goals faster. Schopenhauer would immediately recognize the danger. If human life is already characterized by endless striving, AI may not liberate us from the will. It may accelerate it. Build faster, publish faster, acquire faster. Optimize faster, measure faster, compete faster, then immediately move to the next objective. AI could eliminate the friction of execution while leaving the structure of desire completely untouched. Success changes the object of desire without changing the structure of desiring. AI may simply increase the clock speed. That gives us 3 levels of AI discipline. First order discipline is operational. Can I use AI to remove unnecessary friction and increase my capability? Second order discipline is epistemic. Can I distinguish what the model generated from what reality has actually established? Can I distinguish confidence from evidence? Can I recognize when AI is giving me closure before I have earned certainty? Third order discipline is philosophical. Why am I optimizing this objective at all? Does this goal deserve more speed? Does this task deserve automation? Does this desire deserve amplification? Those are different questions. The most important AI users will not simply be the people with the best prompts. They will be the people who know which friction to eliminate, which friction to preserve, and which objectives should never be accelerated in the first place. Because the danger of AI is not simply that machines will make decisions for us. The subtler danger is that machines will become so effective at reducing discomfort that we gradually stop distinguishing relief from truth, output from understanding, and acceleration from progress. So here's the principle I keep coming back to. Do not confuse relief with truth. And in the AI era, add one more. Do not confuse the removal of friction with the creation of capability. AI should remove the friction that blocks intelligence, and it should not remove every experience required to develop it.